Hi Aries, welcome to your October 2020 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this month, for your actions and options with the world at large, you have the Seven of Pentacles, right? So this is going to see you very focused on putting the work in this week, right? This month. This is going to see you really actually taking your time over everything. It looks like you will be putting the man hours and effort in, man, woman hours, the person hours into whatever it is that you do. And I kind of feel like this month the focus is going to be that slow and steady energy, which means you're tapping into that Mars retrograde, right? Mars is currently retrograde. It's in your sign. So this means that you will be utilizing this energy this month, which is kind of like you saying, you know what, I'm going to do this slow and steady. I choose to be the general rather than the soldier. And the Seven of Pentacles as well, it's about what you choose to really grow. It's about what you choose to really put your time, your effort, your attention into. And this is actually a very good thing, because when you take your time and effort over something, you effectively show that thing love, right? So if this is a new project, if it's a new relationship, this is because your actions and interactions with the world at large, how you show up, what you're doing, how your energy comes across. And this is about you taking your time. It's about you being in that space of understanding, I have all the time that I need. I don't need to push too fast or too hard. I'm going to take my time with it, because if it's worth doing, then it's going to be worth doing well. The other thing with the Seven of Pentacles, you could this month, your opportunities are going to come through the way that you stick at something. So it's not necessarily the easiest or the nicest or even the sexiest of energies, right? But this is that energy of slow and steady is going to win that race. And it's basically saying to you, your opportunities come this month through showing how thorough you can be in your craft, right? This is about you putting those hours in. It's about you putting that work in. And sometimes with the Seven of Pentacles, it's work that kind of feels thankless. It's energy that kind of feels like, wow, you know what, I'm putting all this effort in and I'm not getting any payout from it, because the payout comes later. This is the time to put the work in. For your money and materials, you have the Seven of Cups. So you've got two sevens here, back to back. Now, the Seven of Cups can be a little bit of a confusing energy, and it can also see you spreading yourself too thin when it comes to the finances. So this is a really good time for you to really think about what is superfluous when it comes to your finances. What is it that you're spending on that you don't need? Where is it that you are expending money or finances that are superfluous? Where is it that you are not using the resources that you have in the best manner? And also, because it comes off the back of that it's right next to the Seven of Pentacles. When you get the two sevens together like that, it's about some sort of news that's coming in, and this is in relation to your finances. So it could be this month that you do get sort of like an increase, or if you have any investments or anything like that, you could see a small increase this month, but it won't be, not in the proportion that you might like to see, right? And so I think the message with that is, even though advancement is advancement, this isn't the time to celebrate. It's the time to focus. This is the time to redouble your efforts, to reinvest your money. Do you know what I mean? To, putting everything back in that is already coming out. This is one of those moments where if your savings jump by $2,000, you put that $2,000 straight back into whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're putting it back where it is, because this is about the longer term goal, the longer term plan. When it comes to your home and environment, there could be a lot of restlessness this month, where you are thinking, you know what, I'm not sure how much longer it's viable for me to stay in the place that I am. Not all of you, but certainly a select few of you. And on a health level, this is going to be really highlighting to you where you are trying to do too much in too short a space of time. For your communications and conversations, you have the Temperance card, right? So, I mean, this right next to the Seven of Cups, this is not a month for you to overindulge, especially in any kind of substances, especially when it comes to things like alcohol. The fact that you have the Temperance card as a communications card, this is for you to start thinking bigger, broader. And, you know, for those of you that are writers, for those of you that are, you know, whatever you do for work, really, this is about you broadening your horizons or broadening your perspective. It's about you starting to think more in terms of how do I transform my working life or my working connections or sector, and how do I start to diversify and broaden my horizons when it comes to my work, when it comes to the things that, you know, that matter to me, when it comes to the career. This could be a time as well, because it's with the 2 sevens there, you could be getting news of somebody's health, not necessarily bad news, but it might not be great news. That's one aspect of this. And the other part of it is you could be getting some sort of it could be some sort of news about your, you know, how you mend a rift. Do you know what I mean? Like this month you could be connecting with somebody that you haven't spoken to for a while, and maybe you're having it out with this person, and it could get really heavy, the conversation, but it's going to clear the air. So this is actually a really good conversation for your long-term connection with this person. For your heart and half, you have the 3 of Pentacles, right? So there's a lot of gaining different perspectives and understandings this month. You could definitely be, look at this, right? That could be mending a relationship with a colleague, with a friend, definitely with a family member. It's possible. Very likely to be somebody younger than you. So if you have children, this could be you mending a rift with a child. If you don't have children, this could be a colleague, it could be a friend, it could be a family member or a sibling, you know, those kinds of connections. And it kind of feels like this month it's almost like you're finally getting to see where this person was coming from in whatever it is that took you on your separate paths. And this month you're going to be able to address that, which is really nice. For those of you that are single, it looks like you're meeting somebody in an academic or even possibly a medical place, like so somewhere that carries those kinds of energies or signatures. For those of you that are partnered already, this kind of suggests that you and your partner are, maybe you could be going to counselling this month. Maybe you are saying, right, you know what, we need to work on the relationship. So this looks like it's coming up for you. There'll certainly be an opportunity or opportunities in order for you to do that, to address whatever is an imbalance at this moment in time. For your first week of the month, you have the Magician card right underneath the 7 of Pentacles. This is the time for you to demonstrate your mastery. It's the time for you to let people know, to show people, right? Do what you love, do it well, out of and in the spirit of love, and you can but shine. As an example, you know when you see somebody riding a horse, right? And like, it's the difference between somebody that's never ridden a horse before and somebody that's a complete pro. You see this just absolute energy of complete synchronicity between the man and the animal. You can see this in, like an athlete. When you see like a gymnast, they do all these amazing moves and it looks so easy and smooth. And then, there's all, like, whatever it is this month, do it the way that you do it, to your best of your ability, and you can but shine, because you're going to be seen as that person that makes it look easy. And therefore, it's going to demonstrate not only the skill, but also the dedication that you have to your art, to your craft, whatever that may be. Just be aware that this first week of the month, somebody is paying attention to you, and it could be a mover and shaker. So you want to make sure that you're on your A game. For your second week of the month, you have the Fool card. New things, places, people, and energy when it comes to the finances. This is, look at that, right? In complete sort of unison as to what I said earlier. This is not a month to be frivolous with the finances. It's not a month to be foolish. This second week of the month could see you either wanting to spread yourself too thin financially, or maybe chasing what appears to be a bit of a pipe dream. Maybe you end up, you'll be tempted to spend out or to shell out for something that doesn't really have any weight, for maybe it will be for like a good time or whatever, and it will make you feel great in the moment. But when you wake up with a sore head, a hangover, half a kebab up your face, and no, wait, that was me. Half a kebab up your face and a credit card bill that's the size of, that's the length of your arm, then you're going to know about it. So this second week of October is a time for you to really be conscious of that. For your third week of the month, look at that double hit of the Temperance card. So this is really a time where your communication style could really be going through a massive change. We could be seeing something evolve here on the wider world stage. This is very likely to be about the healthcare sector. This could be about hospitals, about what's available, what's not available. We could be seeing disruptions to supply lines. Remember as well, there could be something happening on the wider world stage where either communications break down, or maybe some sort of remedial action is taken to resume talks about ... I don't know why, but I'm getting a strong, heavy emphasis around food and Brexit. So I don't know why, but that's coming through. But yeah, for you personally, this is about really taking the time to, to find and to strike the right balance between your expertise, your wants, and also what is possible. Remember, whenever we're working with other people, we need to think about what's possible in the confines that we have, or the parameters that we're working within. And then for your fourth week, you have the Empress card. So this is beautiful, right? Because your Empress card is number 3, and it falls right underneath the 3 of Pentacles. So for a lot of you single ones, you could definitely be meeting somebody in what did I say earlier, in an academic, or maybe even something like a medical institution. There's definitely that kind of energy to it. For some of you, this could be you meeting somebody when you're outside, or on a walk, or anything of that nature. For those of you that are partnered, it looks like you really are doing some serious work on the relationship, and you're nourishing and nurturing it like almost as if you would a baby. You're treating your relationship as that thing that needs all of your time, all of your care, all of your attention at this moment in time. And that's never a bad thing. I can safely say I think that's a worthy use of your time. And there may be an opportunity for you guys for those of you that are partnered, for you guys to get ahead collectively financially, but you are going to have to consider, that you're on the same page. For your key to the month, you have the Tower card. You're going to have to roll with the punches, right? There are going to be moments of upheaval this month. There are going to be moments that take you out of your comfort zone. And it may very well be that this month you have some really big or deep insights into who you are, and ultimately why you do what you do. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up for you. What's going on? Take care, and I'll see you soon.